The following program is brought to you in part by Johnny's Radiator Shop. For auto repair and air conditioning parts to fit everything under the sun, visit johnnysradiatorshop.com. Coach Hembree, welcome to the first post-regular season bow show. Ready to start the playoffs now, but let's talk a little bit about the last game with Helena, West Helena. Long trip over there, as we talked about last week, and ended up being pretty cold, pretty windy. Field wasn't in real good shape, but it appeared your kids handled it all pretty well.
Well, we did. It was a long trip. I thought that was a concern going, but in the past we've played really well when we've had long trips. So, hopefully that would help us later in the year. It was a 2-hour and 45-minute bus ride, and we split it up and stopped it at Dumas and ate at 2:45, and then was able to make the rest of the trip hour and 45 after that. But came out, the wind was blowing really bad, and they kicked one the first time and go straight up, and they're able to get the football on the onside kick, and our defense really played well most of the night outside of a couple plays. And offensively, we played a lot of young guys on both sides, but offensively I thought Aaron did a really good job of running the football. And I think Riley got better as the game went on, and we were able to throw and catch better in the second half. And offensive line, can't say enough about them, especially with our two guards being sophomores. And I thought they played the best game they had played. Talked about Helena being really good up front on defense, and I thought we handled them pretty good for the most part. So, I thought we dominated the game from start to finish, and it's something that to really end the regular season on.
Well, I was going to just comment, you kind of hit on it already, but your team really seemed to have a little fire to them, even with the conditions and everything, and the fact that the game had no impact on the seeding, but they came out ready to play.
Well, it was cold. It was really cold. Wind was blowing really hard, and I think that we was just trying to stay warm more than anything as far as the energy that we brought. But it's always fun when we do that, and it was good to see all the young kids play. We only played 2 seniors the whole game, and Vincent played real sparingly. That's something that we wanted to do going in. I think he might have played 3 or 4 plays, and so the only 2 seniors that played significant besides Jesus was Mark Hurston and Trayvon Duncan. Everybody else was sophomores and juniors and freshmen out there. So the future's bright, but we still got a lot of football left this year, hopefully, and I think that's going to help us with some depth. I thought that Stone Gorman played really well on the defensive side of the football, and he's kind of our third guy, at safety and outside backer, and there's been some games where he came in and played. He understands his role, which is always great when you have kids that understand what their role. They might like in the Monticello game, he went out and started, played the whole game, and didn't play much against Hamburg, and then against Helena he played the whole game again. And when you got kids that understand what we're trying to do and fit the system and understand their role, which everybody's starting to understand. I thought Hunter White played well defensively, so I think that we got some young guys who are playing a great role when it's their time to step up, and they understand that, and that's fun when that happens.
Well, I think I'd also be remiss if I didn't give a little bit of a shout out to the Warren contingent of fans that traveled over there. And while again it probably wasn't as many as you'd normally have, the conditions and the distance, I think you had more fans than Helena, West Helena did.
Yeah, we did, and they braved the cold, and it was wet and cold and windy, and we had a lot of people there. I think they just it was hard to stay warm. It was, but I think that really helped us. I thought yesterday we had a really good day at practice. It was I think it was 33, 34 degrees, 26-degree wind chill, and we went outside, and our kids had a lot of energy. And I think Thursday night kind of helped that a little bit. It was the first time that we practiced in conditions like that. We were in shorts on Sunday. We come in on Sunday afternoon, and we were in shorts and T-shirts. And then yesterday, I don't know if you could get enough clothes on, but our kids handled it well. We had a really good day yesterday. So going forward with the weather, I feel really good about that. I feel really good at how we handled it at Helena. I feel good how we handled it yesterday at practice. And you never know going in what each team's going to be able to do, but we've been very fortunate here in the past to be able to handle conditions like that.
Well, after the 10 regular season games and the second seed, great year, where do you see your offense, defense, kicking game right now, with hopefully having most of your people ready to play?
Well, it's been a long year. It's been a hard year with all the injuries we've had. You look at it, you go back to the first game, and we lose Aiden Weaver, the first game, who was starting for us at tight end, and then we lose Michael Miranda and Cade Weaver there in the middle of the year, two seniors who's got a lot of experience, and then we lose J.J. Hampton in week 9, and that's three seniors there that played a lot of football for us, that has a lot of experience, and so being able to plug pieces into them spots, and really right now, honestly, I think we're getting better. You look from week 7, I thought week 8 against Monticello we got better. Week 9 we got a little bit better. Week 10 we got better. So, and that's playing youth. At some point, them young guys start improving, and that started about week 7, and now we get some back. Braden Jones wasn't able to play last Thursday night. He's back this week. Cade Weaver's back this week. So now we start getting some pieces back, and now we got a little depth to go with it. That's what's fun about it. We wish we had JJ, we wish we had Michael, we wish we had Aiden, but we don't. That's just what it is, and we got to continue to get these young guys along. But you can't. Cedric Calvert had another defensive touchdown, sophomore. He's electric when he gets the ball in his hands. Traylon Marshall's electric. We got to do a better job. I got to do a better job of getting guys the ball. I thought that when Cedric came in at running back and gave Doggett a break, he looked really good. And he's a different style runner than both Aaron and Vincent. He's more of a power guy, downhill guy. And we know, obviously, against Hamburg and the other night against Ellen, when he had the defensive turnovers, and he's able to take it to the house.
Well, obviously a good season, regular season, but now we do turn to the playoffs, round 1. We already knew we were going to be playing Elkins, and they'll be coming to Warren. Make sure everybody understands the game is in Warren. Friday night, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Tell us about Elkins. What do you know that they do?
They're a lot like DeWitt. They spread you out. They want to throw the football. They're 65%, 66% throwing the football, 34% run, and we got to get pressure on our quarterback. The quarterback's a really good athlete. He moves around well. He likes to get out of the pocket and make things happen, and with his arm and with his feet, and we got to make sure we can contain him. And they got a couple receivers that can hurt you, and we got to make sure we know where they are. Number 37, we want to know where he's at all times. And we went and watched them play the other night against Ozark, and it's 14-8 at halftime, and then Ozark scores 2 defensive touchdowns in the second half and pulls away. So they're a good football team. I think they're the second year in a row they've been able to make the playoffs, and it's going to be a long trip for them. And we're very, very glad that we got a home playoff game, and it's fun. We're having a lot of fun with these young guys that they come out every day and just keep grinding and trying to get better. And we got an opportunity. We got another opportunity this Friday night to get better, and we're going to hopefully take advantage of that.
Well, we certainly want to, again, as we always do, encourage everybody to show up. It may be a little cool, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was the other night, forecast. But everybody dress warmly, but come out, because I know the kids appreciate and feed off of the crowd and folks being out there supporting them.
No doubt. Home playoff game's huge. If you'd have said to start the season, hey, we're going to be 9-1, you're going to be hosting a first round playoff game, we'd have took it, and that's where we're at right now. It's a whole new season. We're 0-0, and we're excited about it and the opportunity to play Elkins. And we've never played Elkins since I've been here, so it's a new opponent, and we got to come out and play. We got to come out and play in all 3 phases, and special teams has been really good outside of 1 punt return this year, and we got to keep doing that. I think that's one of the biggest weapons we had Thursday night. I thought we kept them pinned back, whether it be by us punting the football or whether us kicking off. And when you put the defense going 80 yards every time, and Jesus has done an unbelievable job of doing that for us. And he's been a big asset and a big advantage for us all year, and that's got to continue.
Well, I know we worry about the Lumberjacks, not everybody else, but just for our fans to know, now there are 5 teams in our conference, 8-4A, that did make the playoffs,
right.
Correct?
Yes.
Make sure I got this right. Of course, Crossett, Warren, Hamburg, Star City, and DeWitt.
Yeah.
So all of them will be playing somewhere.
Crossett's got to bye.
Crossett's got to bye. So, but anyway, we take it one game at a time now and see how far we can go in this thing.
Yeah, that's right. We're excited about it. We're excited about the opportunity, and like I told our kids Sunday that you got to prepare each week like it's your last week because you never know, and then hopefully we can make a run and see what happens.
Well, I was also going to mention something to you. It's some of your former players. It's been noticeable to me this year, both at Arkansas with Traylon Burks playing up there, and then I happened to go to the Ouachita UAM game this past Saturday, and you had 3 former Lumberjack players playing on a very good Ouachita football team, and it's to the point of when they're called out, especially on the radio or on television, constantly talking about they're from Warren, Arkansas.
Yeah, it's neat. There's no doubt. We've been very fortunate. We got Darvion Brown at Arkansas State. We got Dennis Daniels at SAU, and like you said, Camontre, LaFoy, and Hayden. All 3 of them's having great years. I think LaFoy was the co-defensive player of the week this week at Ouachita, and then Traylon and Marcus at the university. And the thing about it is that I think that the way they were raised, I think that I was listening to a show the other night talking about Traylon and Marcus, about how hard they play, and I think that's something that's said about our community and our program is how hard our kids play. I think this group plays extremely hard that we have right now, and I think that's something to do with their parents. I think it's something to do with our community, the way they from 7th grade on that there's expectations, and you don't have to have very much athletic ability to play hard, and that's what our guys have done this year. And we've taken a really good, a young, inexperienced, and even got more inexperienced as the season went on, and they just kept fighting and kept playing hard, and good things happened.
All right, Coach. Well, another great season, but let's get these playoffs going now, and kind of like starting a new season when you get to the playoffs. So we're going to be pulling hard for you and be there, and encourage everybody to show up Friday night.
All right. Thank you.